Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Command. Today I want to walk through a way to reduce the fees associated with sending Bitcoin through the Exodus wallet. I am a huge fan of Exodus. It is an amazing interface, a great place to store a number of different coins. The graphics are absolutely beautiful, and the team continues to roll out new things all the time. But the one major drawback is that the Bitcoin fees are absolutely outrageous for sending from the wallet. So here we are in my Exodus wallet, and if I want to send, let's say, zero point zero 0.01 Bitcoin, that would be sending 75.22 USD right now. The network fee is going to be $17.93. So that's almost $18 on top of trying to send 75 just to move my BTC around. If I want to send something like 0.001 BTC, a small amount, then the amount of BTC is almost half, $3.64 of this $7.53. It's just cost prohibitive to do this. If we go over to the Exodus website, they cover this in detail, that this exists. They explain the fees that are associated with the Bitcoin network, that all of these cryptocurrencies are going to have a small fee to send the transaction. And that completely makes sense. To send through any service, you have to have a fee. Exodus has fees, and on their website, they walk through all of this in detail. And it explains how they calculate this, why the fees are what they are. Personally, I use Exodus to receive my cloud mining payouts from Genesis Mining. And that is part of the reason that my Exodus fees are so high. Exodus explains this on their website here. When you've received lots of small transactions, as you do when you're mining, all of those have to be pushed together, and that creates additional data on the blockchain, and so transaction fees become even higher. So that's part of the reason that they're high. But even if we go over to Eden, where I don't receive my Genesis mining payouts, if we try to do 0.01 BTC and we send from there, it's still $6 to send that 0.01 BTC. So is there any way to avoid these exorbitant fees from Exodus and still be able to access the BTC that we have in the wallet? So the workaround that I want to show today is using Blockchain.info. So this is an online wallet that certainly doesn't have the beautiful interface that you get from Exodus. It only supports Bitcoin and Ethereum, and also it's not a desktop wallet. It is online, so there are certain security risks that come in play with having that. But there is the ability to import wallets from outside of Blockchain.info. As long as you have access to the private keys, you can import them into Blockchain.info and access the BTC that way. So to be able to do that, what you need to do is export your private keys from Exodus. So to do that on a Mac, the way to do that is go to Developer, Assets, Bitcoin, Export Private Keys. So when you do that, it will say, "Are you sure?" You can say, "I'm sure," and then you'll be able to save a file. It's a CSV file that will have your private key information in it. And then you will be able to use that outside of Exodus. It's really important never to share your private keys. Essentially, if anyone has access to private keys, they have access to all of your cryptocurrency. So keep this in a very safe place and never share it with anyone. So right now I'm not going to save a new file with this. What I am going to show you is how you can use this on Blockchain.info to get access to your funds. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into settings under Blockchain.info, and I'll show you how to import your Exodus wallet. Once you are in settings, go to addresses, and this is the default Bitcoin wallet that is built in to Blockchain.info. I am going to go to import Bitcoin address, and when I do this, this will tell me that your wallet automatically creates new Bitcoin addresses as it needs them. You can optionally import an existing address, which we have from Exodus, and transfer funds to your wallet if you have the corresponding private key. This is an advanced functionality and only suggested for advanced users. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're essentially creating the mirror of our Exodus wallet so that we can access it through Blockchain.info. It's just a different way of accessing the information on the blockchain. So if we go over to Exodus, I'm going to exit out of the send window, and on receive, this is my Bitcoin address, my public address for Exodus. And if I go here, I'm going to paste that into Blockchain.info and click import. All right, import watch only address. You can only access these funds if you have the private key stored elsewhere, which we do. You can save that out of the Exodus wallet. If you do not have a paper wallet or other backup, you should not instruct anyone to send you coins to this address. Okay, so now it's going to import my new address and make sure that it is valid. When it does that, it tells us that we have 0.027 BTC in the wallet, so that should be $207.92. Let's confirm that, and that is exactly what we see over on the Exodus wallet. So we are seeing our wallet within Blockchain.info. I can close that, and now currently it is watch only. We can do things like add a label onto here, Exodus. I can save that. Then you have more options. So you can archive this wallet if you no longer need it and don't want to see it as active. You can transfer from it. You can spend from here as well. So this is where your private key comes into play. To actually be able to send Bitcoin from this wallet, if you're in blockchain.info, then you need your private key. Here's where you enter your address, and this is the amount. So this is where the transaction fee is listed for blockchain.info. So let's say I wanted to send my 0.01 BTC. That's still $75.35. Now, from blockchain.info, this is 74 cents USD. So this is considerably lower than if we were sending it directly out of the Exodus wallet. This is much more reasonable. I can make this priority if I need to. If you had a reason to send this right away, that is going to be much more expensive. That's going to be that higher amount. That is what we saw from Exodus. That is the default from Exodus, and the reason that they built it that way was to make this as convenient as possible for the beginner user who doesn't want to worry about having optionality in terms of their transaction fees. So if we make this regular, this is going to take longer than an hour. Confirmation times on Bitcoin are fairly slow. But let's say situations like an ICO where you want that Bitcoin to transfer quickly, you might want to do that in 0 to 60 minutes. So that is the way that you can get into your Exodus wallet, customize the fee that's going to be in there. You can further customize this, figure out how many Satoshis you want to pay relative to the bytes that are transferred. So you can really dial this into exactly what you want within blockchain.info. What I will say is that this ability to adjust the transaction fee is planned for the Exodus wallet. That should be added in the future. They are currently working on customization. One thing you can see if you go into the Ripple wallet in Eden, which is the advanced version of Exodus, you can now see an advanced tab from sending where you can add a destination tag. And the intention is to be able to add things like transaction fees for things like Bitcoin and Ethereum and presumably other coins in the future. So I do expect that we will see this functionality from the Exodus wallet in the future. But if you don't want to pay these fees in the meantime, Blockchain.info is one way to work around this. So I hope this was helpful, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, thanks for watching Crypto Command.